Long ago in the ancient land of Israel, there was a young shepherd boy named David. He was not a soldier, not a prince, and not even very strong. But David had something powerful inside him, unshakable faith in God. At that time, the Israelites were at war with a fierce army called the Philistines. Every day, a terrifying giant named Goliath came out onto the battlefield. He was over 9 feet tall, covered in heavy bronze armor, and carried a massive spear that looked like a tree trunk. The moment soldiers saw him, fear filled their hearts. Goliath shouted loudly at the Israelite army, "Choose one man to fight me. If he defeats me, we will serve you. But if I win, you will serve us." For 40 long days, no one dared to fight him. Even King Saul was afraid. Meanwhile, young David stayed far from the battlefield. He spent his days taking care of sheep, playing his harp, and worshiping God. One morning, David's father told him, "Take food to your brothers at the war camp." David obeyed immediately. As he reached the battlefield, he heard the loud, booming voice of Goliath mocking Israel and insulting God. Soldiers trembled with fear, but David was shocked. "Why is everyone afraid of this giant?" David asked. "The living God is with us." Some soldiers laughed at him. "You are just a shepherd boy," they said, but David's faith remained strong. Soon, news about David reached King Saul. The king looked at the young boy and said, "You cannot fight Goliath. You are only a child, and he has been a warrior since his youth." David respectfully replied, "When a lion or bear attacked my sheep, God helped me defeat them. The same God will help me defeat this giant." King Saul saw the courage in David's eyes and finally agreed. The king offered his royal armor to David, but it was too heavy for the young shepherd. David removed it and instead picked up his simple shepherd's staff. Then he walked to a nearby stream and chose 5 smooth stones. The entire battlefield became silent as David walked toward Goliath. When the giant saw the small shepherd boy approaching, he burst into laughter. "Am I a dog that you come to me with sticks?" Goliath roared. But David fearlessly answered, "You come against me with sword and spear, but I come against you in the name of the Lord." The Philistine army laughed. The Israelites watched nervously. Goliath charged toward David with thunderous steps, but David did not run away. He quickly placed a stone into his sling and spun it with all his strength. The stone flew through the air like lightning and struck Goliath directly on the forehead. Thud! The mighty giant collapsed to the ground. For a moment, nobody moved. Then, suddenly, the Israelites shouted with joy, while the Philistines ran away in terror. A young shepherd had defeated the greatest warrior in the land, not with armor or strength, but with faith in God. From that day forward, David became a hero in Israel. People sang songs about him wherever he went, but David never forgot the real reason for his victory. He knew it was God who gave him courage. Years later, David would become one of Israel's greatest kings. Yet the story of David and Goliath was remembered forever because it taught a powerful lesson. No giant is bigger than faith. Sometimes in life, problems look impossible. Fear stands before us like a giant. People may say we are too weak, too small, or too ordinary to succeed. But courage and faith can defeat even the strongest enemy. Just like David's small stone brought down a giant, even a small amount of faith can change everything. That is why the story of David and Goliath still inspire millions of people around the world today. Because true strength does not come from muscles, weapons, or power. True strength comes from believing that God is with you. And when God stands beside you, even giants can fall.